Welcome. I'm not going to try to draw everybody in to send them right back out, but if you would join us outside, we're going to have a passing review from the Corps of Cadets, and then we'll come back inside for a blessing and the Pledge of Allegiance, into lunch, and then some speakers, and we'll call it a day. But welcome to Riverside on an absolutely perfect day for a passing review. There are some chairs available for those who need to be seated. If you're a little less ambulatory and want to just hang out in here, you're welcome to stay here. We'll be back in about 8 to 10 minutes. Okay. So again, if you would just join us outside for the passing review, and then we'll be back in here immediately after that. Okay, if I can have your attention back. Thank you. There's well over 100 donors who participate in our scholarship program in supporting our cadets and those families who just need that small amount of additional funding that allows them to attend Riverside. And obviously all 100 are not here today because they come from around the country and frankly from around the world. But nonetheless, we're thankful to them, and we're thankful for those of you who've made the trip today to be with us so that we can say thank you and let you hear from our cadets. Also today, you'll see around the room, ENN is filming this for those people around the world who couldn't be here today. But if you're wanted and any warrants are out for your arrest, please just don't face any of the cameras, because we're just going to take your being here as consent to allow us to film. At this time, if you would all please stand, we will have the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation. The Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Cadet Private First Class Marcus Clausen from Scout Company, and then please remain standing for the invocation by Cadet Sergeant Rafael Gubara.
I pledge allegiance to the flag and to the United States of America, one republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and justice for all. Thank you.
A copy of the cadet prayer is on the back of your agenda. Please follow along and pray with me. For the food we're about to receive, we give thanks, O Lord. Bless our academy and our families. Favor the aspirations of our nation, and protect the men and women in uniform who guard our freedom. Amen.
Please be seated. So there are numerous ways to support this academy. Time, talent, treasure, sending children, referring other young men to us for their development as leaders. And we also have people who serve as volunteers, unpaid volunteers, on our various boards, our Board of Trustees, our Board of Visitors, and our Alumni Council. If you are a member of the Board of Trustees, the Alumni Council, or the Board of Visitors, would you please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Leadership. And the scholarship recipients are sitting at the various tables. The global pandemic, the current economy, and inflation, they continue to have an impact on enrollment at Riverside. For those who don't know, we're over $55,000 a year now to attend, and yet we're still $10,000 less than the national average. So we try to keep our costs as low as we possibly can, and certainly well below the national average. But some families just can't get that last bit to be able to attend. And your donations, your scholarships, and your endowed scholarships provide the funding that's just that last bit that's necessary to allow our cadets to attend. And somehow they find a way to stay here for multiple years. And one of our speakers today will have been here for 4 or 5 years. Riverside awards between $2 and $3 million annually in financial aid based on need-based scholarships for these young men. These partial scholarships lend them a helping hand to both new students taking it here the first time, and also for our returning students. So thank you to all of you who enable these students to be with us today. About $500,000 in funded partial scholarships were awarded last year alone, on top of the $3 million. We have 37 scholarship funds that are currently listed in your program. Endowed scholarships generate earnings in perpetuity to provide an annual scholarship award, and non-endowed scholarships can also be established to create an immediate source of income or revenue for those cadets to attend. Many donors name a scholarship to honor a family member or someone at Riverside who has been an influence. Many simply choose to give donations to the General Scholarship Fund, and others provide financial support by contributing their Georgia tax credits. So if you're in the state of Georgia and you're a resident of Georgia, if you don't know about the Gold Scholarship Program, please do see us at the end of this meeting. Ellen and myself will guide you to that. But if you pay Georgia income tax, state income tax annually, you can direct that up to $5,000 or even $10,000 of those monies can be directed directly to Riverside Academy in the form of scholarships. And they would go to Georgia resident students. So that scholarship program alone generates several $100,000 for us. And if you have a business in Georgia, you can give even more. And again, it doesn't cost you anything at all. It's just a redirection of the taxes that you're already paying to the state. It just tells them to give that tax money to us instead of a fishing dock in South Georgia. So regardless of the size, every single bit assists these students in being here. The best way to convey the impact of your generosity is for you to see and hear from those cadets who benefit from it, and also from the parents and families who do it as well. So at this time, we're going to hear personal remarks from a parent, and then hear from one of our cadets, a senior, about the impact that your generosity, your willingness to make a sacrifice for them, is having on these cadets and on their future. So we'll start with a parent testimony. It's always an honor for us to have a parent who's available to come forward and that they entrust their sons or guardians to us. That is the most prized possession that we as adults have, is our offspring. As you know, our mission is unique, preparing young men to reach their full potential, using the military model of instruction and structure, discipline, and leadership here in an environment of mentorship, brotherhood, and academic excellence. And by the way, on the academic excellence side, I'm proud to report we just got PSAT, preliminary SAT test results for some of our cadets, and we had over half a dozen cadets who scored in the top 10% in the nation, which is pretty darn impressive. Parents make many sacrifices for their sons or guardians to attend Riverside. They make financial sacrifices for sure, but they also spend their time coming up, volunteering. We have the military ball tomorrow night. We have a team of parents who are in decorating the hall as we speak. At this time, though, I'd like to invite Mrs. Victoria Simpson to the podium. Ms. Simpson is a member of our Parent Advisory Council. More importantly, she's the mother of Cadet Sergeant Isaiah Simpson, who has joined her at her table for lunch today. Cadet Simpson is held in high regard here as a member of the Civil Air Patrol Program, National Junior Honor Society. He embraces the opportunities at Riverside and seeks to give back and serve the wider school community and the surrounding community. He came to Riverside last year as an 8th grader. He's now a freshman and a squad leader in Scout Company, overseeing other middle school cadets. And the toughest leadership program that you could have at any school is peer leadership, right? It's not, you have to do it through inspiration and quality, not through just authority. This speaks to his superior leadership capabilities. So this time, please welcome Ms. Simpson.
Thank you. First and foremost, I want to thank Ms. Ellen DeFore and
Down here. There you go.
thank you. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Ms. Ellen DeFore, President Pachowski, Riverside Military Academy, for allowing me to share the impact that Riverside has had on our family. I'm Victoria Simpson, as was mentioned, and I'm the mother of Isaiah Cadet Simpson, class of 2027. We first visited Riverside in January of 2022. We were interested in the Summer Leadership Academy. We had zero interest in a private boarding school education. When we arrived, we were greeted by cadets who stood tall, they spoke well, they were eager to share with us their experiences at the academy. We toured the facilities, we were blown away, quite frankly, with what Riverside has to offer. But we were most impressed with the then battalion commander. When he entered into the room, He immediately commanded the room. Every eye was on him as he moved. Every adult hung on every word that he stated. He shared with us how he leads an adult staff, his leadership experiences, and it was in that moment that I saw a glimpse of what Isaiah could be in a similar environment with structure, support, a military framework, the very bedrock that Riverside cuts the cadets upon. Fast forward to today, we've been a part of the Riverside family for 2 years. Isaiah is in leadership in Scout Company, led by Chief Green. He's been able to explore, learn, grow, develop in a safe, structured environment. An environment that provides incredibly enriching experiences. Isaiah's flown a plane at the Gainesville Airport with Civil Air Patrol and Major Johnson. He's given back to this local community with the We Care Foundation and their Christmas project where they donate clothes and toys to children and family in need. He's read to local elementary school students with the Read Across America and National Junior Honor Society program with Dr. Matney. Incredible, incredible experiences. I haven't even begun to scratch the surface of the academic opportunities that are available. Riverside provides very unique and interesting curriculums like aerospace engineering with Captain Dixon. Isaiah and his team have designed, built, tested, and analyzed airplane seats to understand the forces, physical forces that are put on pilots as they fly various aircraft. I haven't touched on athletics yet either, which all of the cadets here love, but I will tell you the highlight for Isaiah has been lettering in the arm drill team this March when they placed first at regionals with First Sergeant Anderson. I could go on and on. The list goes on and on of all the amazing, enriching experiences that these cadets get to enjoy, and that's in part because of you. Your contributions matter. Your contributions may make the difference between a cadet being able to have these experiences, these personal accomplishments, these success stories, and go on to be amazing young men. So I want to thank you on behalf of the cadets, on behalf of the families, the staff, and the academy. Thank you for supporting Riverside Academy. Thank you.
And yes, we roll her out at open houses to attract other families. Okay, so next, we're going to have our cadet speaker, cadet testimony. Allow me to introduce Cadet Captain Brady Kriegel to give a testimonial about his Riverside experience. He is from Brazelton. His parents are here joining us today, so thank you for sharing him with us over 6 years here at the Academy. He's a senior company commander of Alpha Company. In addition to Civil Air Patrol and the National Honor Society, he's an excellent student and athlete. I think he has as much time with physical therapy, though, as he does on fields. He's made quite an impression through Riverside in the US-UK. We had an exchange program with the United Kingdom, so he went over there with the Royal Hospital. More importantly, it's how his peers see him, because they elected him as their class president as well. So for the seniors, how many seniors are in the room? Seniors, he'll be calling you about 30 years from now asking for your donations. So that's what we elected him for. It is. So Cadet Kriegel, the floor is yours. Got it?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brady Kriegel. I am currently a senior at Riverside and the Alpha Company commander. In August of 2018, I arrived on campus as a 7th grader, and that is when it all started. My journey from 7th grade until now began as a ruck, a recruit on campus. Then I moved my way up, earning positions as a squad leader, a platoon sergeant, a first sergeant, and where I am today as a company commander. These different stages did not happen overnight or without any hard work. They happened through the help of mentors like Chief Green, my TAC officer for 4 years, who helped me shape the person I am today. Also, my parents. who continuously pushed me through the bumps in the road and changed their lives to accommodate mine so that I could attend Riverside. When I was in middle school, my cadet leaders became like older brothers, looking after me and helping me to choose the harder right instead of the easier wrong. Even now, after they have graduated, these older cadets who mentored me along the way still reach out to me today, helping me through whatever task that I might be struggling with. They are my brothers in blue. These past 6 years have not been easy. I've fallen many times and had setbacks, but Riverside has taught me to get up and come back even stronger than I was before. As a young leader in 8th grade who experienced the disruption of COVID-19, I learned early that most events in life don't always go the way we intend. I also learned that it is up to me to get over that hurdle and keep doing my best every single day. This is a great lesson, being responsible and accountable for myself, that many people don't learn until well after high school, and even sometimes they don't learn until after college, or worse yet, they never learn at all. Because of attending Riverside, I know that I will have a head start on my peers, whether it is at college next year or at a job in the future. Reflecting on my 11-year-old self when I arrived on campus, I had no idea what I would achieve in the next 6 years. At that time, I couldn't see myself getting over the hump of being a rock. Riverside helps us find the potential in ourselves that we don't know exists. I never dreamed of becoming the Student Senate President, Senior Class President, football and baseball team captain, company commander, and the cadets selected to go to England to work along the Royal Hospital School and field training exercises. From that 11-year-old boy, I have developed into the man who will go from here and lead other people and the real world. I can guarantee you that students at other high schools don't have the opportunities and life experiences that I have had at Riverside. Without people like you and your generous donations, none of these opportunities would have been available for me or other Riverside cadets. Your support has made a dramatic difference in our experience, and I am personally very grateful. The value of a Riverside education is worth so much more than that of an ordinary school. You might ask, why is that? It's because employers, college admission committees, and many others notice that the daily rigor that Riverside cadets experience. Whether completing essential daily tasks or showing up on time, Riverside cadets are taught valuable life skills. Employers don't have to worry. A Riverside graduate will show up on day one, ready to go, and with the core values that will be an asset to their business. Now, I recently graduated from the Youth Leadership Hall County program, which is a county young leader development program. And this is speaking straight from experience that they had us, the cadets, at the program sort of help out and organize things. So they weren't asking us to do it, but it just kind of fell on us. Now, they select about 4 to 5 cadets from all the schools in Hall County. And it's not like, kids at Gainesville High School won't go further than a kid at Riverside. We just somehow already have the leadership potential and activities in our daily life that just make us these natural leaders into this program and help out and lead within their program, aside from Riverside. Another advantage that I have acquired while being at Riverside is connections with others. I have learned over and over again that what you know is important, but who you know may be even more important. The Civil Air Patrol and Aerospace Engineering programs have also helped me make many connections with the world of aviation and expose me to many of the military branches. In addition to attending the Air Force Academy summer program, I also had the opportunity to attend the summer programs of the Naval Academy, Coast Guard Academy, and West Point. Through all of this, Riverside has set me up for success. After graduation next month, I will attend the Citadel on a Minuteman scholarship. In addition to playing football, I plan to pursue a double major in intelligence and security studies and political science with a minor in cybersecurity. With the skills I have learned at Riverside, I'm very confident in making a successful transition into the South Carolina Corps of Cadets next year. And I know that these skills will carry me through a lifetime of success. Because of you, boys are developed into young men, and Riverside sends out the best into the world to make an impact. You have been an important part of my journey. For my brothers that will follow me, I ask that you continue to be generous with your donations and scholarships. Thank you again for your support.
So you heard him mention the soft skills. Back in the day when we were presidents of colleges and universities, we used to go to a meeting down in Atlanta once every 2 or 3 years where the CEOs of corporations would be there, and they'd talk about what they're looking for in graduates. And they never talked about their academic prowess. They talked about what people call soft skills, and Governor Deal actually put a program in place to enhance individual soft skills. And we were the ones who got the governor to change it from soft skills to essential skills, right? Leadership, teamwork, excellence in communication, and so on. Soft skills, or these essential skills, are a lot harder to teach and become part of that being than it is to teach calculus or chemistry or anything else. And I think if you saw and listened to his talk today, he's got those communication skills. He's got that confidence. He's got that leadership, as evidenced by the fact that he rose to the rank of company commander within the Corps. And he's going up to the Citadel, where we have several cadets who are there now, and they've already reached out to him as brothers in blue to let him know that when he shows up there as a freshman, it starts all over again, and they plan to smoke him. So be careful what you wish for. You might want to go to a place that nobody knows you. But this is just an example of our Riverside graduates, and many who have attended the Citadel. And we have now 6 colleges that have guaranteed admissions with us, to include our most recent addition at Brenau University. So the cadets you've seen today represent all the cadets who are here benefiting from you. As donors, you are investing in their education and their leadership development, and they will be our replacements, frankly. And I think you can feel pretty comfortable he's on a good road to be the replacement for some of us in this room. Your generosity is also an important example for them about philanthropy. You already had him talk to you. And by the way, we don't write these speeches when the cadets give them. They give their own. He wrote this himself. And he chose to mention to his classmates, remember in the future, what got you here today so that you can do this, pay it forward to a cadet who needs to be here in the future. So, do you have any questions or concerns while we wrap up this day? For myself, for the staff, for Cadet Kriegel, for Mom? Easy crowd. Okay, we'll pass the collection plate then in the meantime. These young men are the Academy's greatest asset, and when they go off into the world and make their place in this world and give back to the communities, that's what makes Riverside a special place. It's been around since 1907, and it's important that we continue to make a difference in these lives. So I ask that you to continue your support, increase your support if you can. Any amount helps, and it could be just that last dollar that makes the decision for a family to be able to attend. If you have any questions about making a donation or establishing a new scholarship, I know that Ellen DeFore, on the way out the door, notice she's at the door, you can't get past her without going past her. She'd welcome the assistance to assist you in your goals. Thank you. I got to tell you, it's a complete and total privilege to work here with these young men, and to watch them from when they come in on day one with the eyes that are the size of deer, to the confidence and the smile and the poise that they have when they leave us, and the accomplishments that they make in the community, the accomplishments they're making academically. It is literally a privilege to work with them and to work with the staff and faculty that we have here to support them, and to work with our boards, to work with you, and be able to say thank you because you're making a difference in people's lives. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for coming, and we will see you here again next year at our other activities. God bless.